Do you remember some of the early sessions we did and some of the things we focused on?
Yeah, we focused on changing my phrasing.
Right.
From I can't do that to I'm unable to do that at the moment.
Yeah.
Just adding those, not definite endings to things. So I'm not going, I can't, and that's it. It's, we can change that, and we're going to change that in time.
And you had obviously some family challenges that you were working through, and some challenges that were brought up from the past, emotional challenges that we've worked through as well, and obviously those weren't part of the intention.
No, they were an unexpected but really beneficial sideline.
Yeah. So you've lost how much in total?
Just 40.3,
40 kilos.
I think it is.
Yeah.
So 40.3 kilos.
That's a massive amount of weight. And what's different for you now? What's changed as far as how you feel in life, emotionally, physically? What's changed with losing the weight in particular?
Losing weight, more energetic.
Right.
Also, honestly, I feel I can do more things.
Right.
Injury aside, some of that is harder, but a year ago I couldn't walk.
Yeah.
I couldn't walk to the shop or back.
Yeah. And
I can walk a 2 kilometre hill walk every day now, so that's a big improvement.
Through the coaching, did we work through some of the issues emotionally that were attached with having the injuries in your knees, and what did you find was useful out of the coaching?
I would get frustrated at getting frustrated, and that doesn't happen as often now.
Right.
The tools that we had that you gave me for that were, I don't always use them. I do forget them, and I later on go, I could have done that there. But dealing with that side of things, to go, it is okay to get frustrated with that, but don't stay there.
Yeah.
Feel it, acknowledge it, move on.
Yeah. So you've had some pretty significant challenges. Despite that, you've lost 40 odd kilos. And the training we worked on obviously wasn't around diet and exercise.
No. It was very little on that, really. What
do you think was the coaching that we did that helped as far as the weight was concerned? What did you get out of that?
Belief. Up here.
Yeah.
If someone else can believe that you can do it, well, then maybe you can.
Yeah.
Someone's believing in me for no benefit on their behalf.
Yeah.
Maybe I can do it.
Do you think changing your language helped as far as your weight loss journey?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It went from stepping on a scale and going, oh, well, you've only lost, or you've gained a kilo, or you've lost 200 grams. Oh, wow, that's not the greatest effort, is it?
Yeah.
To, you've lost 200 grams.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if I did gain any weight in the time, it was, right, you gained a bit of weight, what are you going to do to get rid of it?
Do you find you were able to bounce back faster if you had issues?
As opposed to beforehand?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
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 What changed? What was different?
It had to be just the words. Changing it from the complete and utter negative to, you can get away, you can go around that, you can go through it.
Yeah.
If we can't go around it, well, guess what? We'll turn left and go on a different road.
Yeah.
There's always a way.
Yeah.
It's not a dead end.
So what were some of the other changes that you noticed in your life in particular through doing some coaching?
Confidence in my decisions.
Okay.
Many times I would make decisions and then I would back off of them.
Yeah.
I am going to do that, or I'm not going to do that, and then I would talk myself out of it, even if that's the best thing for me.
Yeah.
I would allow what I thought other people expected me to do to influence what I knew was right for me.
Yeah. And how did that feel inside?
Awful.
Right.
Dark. Didn't like it at all.
Okay.
Now I make decisions, and if I know it's the right one for me, well, that's the way it's going to go.
Yeah. Has that made a real tangible difference in your life though? Yeah. What sort of things?
Few relationships with people that I have. I've ended a couple of relationships because they were not beneficial to me.
Yeah.
And I've made some new ones which have been extremely beneficial. So ones
Right.
I probably wouldn't have done before through fear.
Yeah, I understand. How did you find the training? What did you find, in particular in the early training? How did you feel about going through the process?
Some of it I was a bit dubious about.
Okay.
You'd give me something to do and I'd be like, I can't see how that's going to work. Just changing one word or just a different viewpoint from it. It's not going to make that much of a difference, but it really does.
Yeah.
One word is all it takes.
And you mentioned about trust was a real challenge through the early coaching.
Very much so.
Yeah. Can you maybe talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I find it very difficult to trust another person with
Yep.
my thoughts, my feelings, and my stories
Yep.
as such. And I know a couple of times you'd ask me something and I would just be, and you knew, and just went past, and as time went on, you'd ask the question again.
Yeah.
And I'd answer it because it was a little bit more, okay, there's trust built up.
Obviously, we worked through some very personal stuff.
Yeah.
You know, stuff we're not going to share in this particular chat. And, you know, it took some time before some of that stuff came out.
Yeah.
And that trust was built up, and also to actually gain confidence in some of the tools that we worked through, because obviously some of the tools we worked through were very specific. I want you to do these steps and these things, and we spoke a lot about writing stuff down, creating journals and all those sorts of things. So,
which is extremely valuable.
Yeah. What's your general view of coaching as a whole?
I think everyone should do it.
What's that?
Again, you can tell yourself something 1,000 times and believe it. It doesn't necessarily mean it's true.
Yeah.
You get an objective outside opinion, someone who's not trying to either suck you in to do something that they want you to do. You get that third person perspective on something, and they can give you something that you didn't even see.
Yeah.
When you start noticing that stuff, you go, hang on, am I right in what I say?
Yeah.
When you really question it, sometimes you're not.
Mm-hmm. I know quite a few times we've had those moments where you've just gone, oh my God, didn't realise I do that, you know.
Yeah.
Where we've gone through and just, we haven't necessarily changed the behaviour, but at least brought the behaviour to the forefront to say, hey, I am negative in this, or I am doing that, and made you very aware of what you do and how you speak, obviously to yourself more than anybody else. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
So,
self-talk, big thing.
Do you think that someone who doesn't have anything they want to fix per se, but they just have the next goal they want to achieve, do you think it would be valuable for someone like that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And if you've got a goal that you want to achieve, I think you'd be a bit crazy if you didn't try it.
What's the difference between just a friend or and a coach?
Well, sometimes your friends aren't going to tell you what they know is going to hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
You're not going to a coach to hold your hand. You're not going there to get patted on the back. You're going there for them to help you get better. Your friends aren't necessarily going to point that stuff out to you.
Yeah.
Because it's going to hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
But you get someone who doesn't have that emotional attachment, they're not going to go, oh, you know what, you shouldn't be wearing purple. Your friends might tell you that.
Yeah.
But your coach is going to go, is that really the smartest decision for you?
Yeah.
And then you get to go, no, it's not.
So someone to keep you accountable for your own thoughts
your own
and
actions
decisions.
and thoughts, yeah.
Yeah.
One who isn't going to go, well, this is going to upset them, so I can't tell them that.
Yeah. So the sessions we've worked through have obviously been a combination of just casual conversation like this and some quite formal, structured sessions where we've gone through various techniques or whatnot. Was there one particular session that you just kind of went, wow, that's powerful? Was there something in particular that you remember stood out?
Yeah. When we were dealing with the really bad case of insomnia that I was having at the time.
Insomnia, that's right. We worked through that.
Yeah, I don't think I'd slept for nearly 4 days.
Yeah.
And we did the bubble.
Yeah. So I'm just going to stop you there for a second. Can you just perhaps explain where you were at before with your insomnia and where you got to perhaps at your best? Yeah.
Yeah. So the insomnia had gotten to a point where I wouldn't sleep for 2 to 3 days.
Yeah.
And then I might get 3 or 4 hours sleep.
Right. And that was an ongoing basis for how long? Several years?
That level would probably have been just over 2 years.
Okay.
At that level. Before that might have been an hour or two sleep every day or two.
Right.
It got to a really bad point when we started addressing it. We did, it just surprises me now and it makes me laugh, a single hour's exercise.
Yep.
We did 2 different exercises in that session.
Yep.
With that one, the bubble. I went home and slept 12 hours that night, and since that night I've slept between 3 and 5 hours every night.
There you go. And that's been consistent ever since. And that was after a 1 hour session.
That was after a 1 hour session.
What was it about that particular exercise that made it so effective?
No idea. I wish I knew what it was, but there's nothing that I can pinpoint to go, that's what it was. That's the reason that I can sleep now.
Yeah, we've discovered a whole lot of things about yourself. That, you know, as you know, you said, we've worked through a lot of emotional problems. We've helped with insomnia, medication, losing weight, improving your sports dramatically, and you even found, you know, your injuries were less of a problem as well. Is there one particular thing that stands out where you went, I didn't even realise that's an issue. I didn't expect it to change.
One of the things we were talking about with training, there was one of the techniques we do that I went, I'm not going to do it. I'm no way am I going to do that. You looked at me and went, you are. And I didn't know that I did this, but it was, I'm okay if it slowed me down.
Yeah.
But if I slow someone else down,
yeah,
I didn't like it,
Yeah.
and that was a tool you used
Yeah.
to get me to do something
Yeah.
that I could do. I'll admit now.
Yeah.
But I was too chicken to do it at the time.
Has the coaching journey been an emotional one? Has it been
Yes.
a roller coaster?
Yeah, it has been at times.
Yeah.
But I think it's a roller coaster on the this is getting so much better
Yeah.
way. Yeah, there's times when you sit there and you go, I can't do that. And then you look at it and go, well, that's the whole reason I'm here.
Yeah.
That's why we're having these conversations, so
Yeah.
that I can do that.
Yeah.
Or I can work out a way around it. And if I can't work it out, ask questions.
Yeah.
Learn how to do that.
Yeah.
It's a good emotional journey.
Yeah.